G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy and here we go. Say hello to all our friends. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to Janice, who is moderating the stream today. Thank you very much, Janice. And we've got Rebecca. Hello, my dear. G'day, Peggy. Hello, how you going? Okay, now, just wanted to talk. This is 50 centimeters by 35 centimeters Pastelmat. This is dark grey, and I was going through some, the discussions that we had last week about portraits and self-portraits and stuff like that. But before I do my self-portrait, I've got an idea in my head. But I would like to do something like this in oils, but I just wanted to figure it out on here before I go ahead and do like a larger piece or larger piece on canvas with oils. Angie, hello, nice to see you here. G'day. And so I figured, I've got now, I don't know if you can see, but I'm calling, I just had a funny thought in my head, me, myself and I. So I've got three faces here. I've got one which is looking directly towards us, one where there's a slight angle, and then one there's another angle going that way. And of course it's going to be a little bit surreal, abstract, and I just wanted to see how we're going to go. So I'm going to be using some soft sponges, and some tool applicators, because I want to cover some areas really quickly. And so here we go. So I've been, again, because we were talking about this last week, and I wanted to, we were thinking about self-portraits and stuff like that after our group painting, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Better start. And yes, and so and I thought, in light of this conversation, I thought, I'd like to try some portraits. I mean, I love portraits, but I love landscapes too, but portraits seems to be my thing at the moment. Not for the moment, but for a while. And I'm also using to mix. Now, Janice suggested this to me, and I'm thinking, why didn't I think of this? And of course, I've got some. It's a tinted. Usually, when I use a ordinary piece of paper to mix on, which is usually white. And Janice we were having a conversation. She says, "Why don't you use tan?" I went, "Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that before?" So I thought, here I am. I'm using tan as well on this side. So I thought I'd. Sergio, hello. Nanette, hello. Okay, cool. All right, now, again, I've been having some trouble with my internet, so if I go, bear with me. Bear with me. Yes. So, and the colors that I'm going to be using, these are, I'm going to be using the turquoise colors for backgrounds. I'm also going to be using some oranges and some red iron oxide group of colors in this one. So it's a testing things out. Okay, so I wanted to also mention the group painting as well. So I just managed to get the last two pieces yesterday. I've already started putting it together, so I'll be fitting it in the other pieces, and hopefully we'll be uploading a video and a reveal this weekend, which I'm really excited about. The interesting part is that everyone was saying, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard, this is so hard." And you all just produced this fantastic stuff. But then again, it's not a challenge if you're if it's easy, though, is it? Elaine, hello. I think what the hard part is because you get a little square piece and it looks very out of place and very abstract, that the brain can't figure out what it is, and so therefore it's a bit difficult to you know, to start piecing it together. So I think that's the problem, and that's why it's a bit hard. That's why it's a bit, or not hard, but you know, sometimes you'll find that, oh look, it's a bit difficult to process in your head. Like the brain is saying, now why is that there? So, but yeah, so there you go. That's so it's all coming along, which is nice. So I hope everyone's week has been well. Yeah. Okay, can't wait to see the reveal of the group. Oh yes, like honestly, I thought to myself, as I was putting these together, I was almost getting emotional. Like I was just, yeah, but you know me, I'm a bit of a sook anyway, but I was just getting emotional. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, how we all got together and we're doing this. And I just, yeah. I mean, I've got to admit, some people's pieces were a little bit more difficult than others. So granted, I get that. But overall, yeah, really cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Rebecca, you're on the edge of, yeah, on the seat. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, usually the group painting is always absolutely amazing. It is, Peggy. Yeah. When you start seeing it together like that, you think, oh wow, how good is that? Yeah. Yeah. And what was interesting is that everyone's pieces were so different. If you see it all together, you'll think, what? Oh, so now it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing your piece, you're thinking, what am I painting? What is this animal? Or what is this shape? Or what is this? You know, that's what you're sort of saying. I mean, some are a little bit more obvious than others. Linda, hello. How you going? Nice to see you here. Welcome again. It must be very Sergio said, okay. Vicky, g'day mate, hello. Sergio says, for some reason, the fact that you are a little bit of a sook, always translated in my mind as little bit of a sock. An emotional sock, nevertheless. There you go. That's right. And I'm an emotional sock. I think I know what the piece is. My part was a giveaway. Yes. Yours is very obvious, Nanette, your piece. Yes. Maybe. But maybe. Oh, yeah. Nanette says, oh, yeah. Nanette, what is the idea behind this painting? I love the background so far. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know if you can... Now, because we were talking about portraits and... I just wanted to change things up. I wanted to test this on pastels, and I'd like to do something like this in oils. I also want to use, which I didn't mention before, I want to use some of the fluorescent or the pearlescent pans as well. I wanted to put some bling. But yeah, there are three faces, and it's all coming off that one face, sort of, you know what I mean? So it's, yeah, there is the face that's looking to us. There's a face that's coming just on an angle, and then there's one almost going on the other side. And believe it or not, more hands, dare I say it. Lindy, hello, how you going, mate? Yeah, yes. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, I'm just playing around with certain ideas in my head. You're not going to believe it, which is like really weird. I woke up, I've been thinking about this, and I woke up about like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was thinking about this painting and the colors and how I want to show this, because yeah, I just, you wouldn't believe, you know, I don't know if you guys ever do that, like wake up after a sleep, or you're thinking of how, you know, how a painting should be. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't, yeah. But yes, I do. Yeah, I was just thinking about it, you know what I mean? Thinking about it. All right. All right, let's just put that aside. I just need to vacuum this, so bear with me. You wouldn't believe it, the soft sponges, honestly, they just, and it's not the pans, it was the soft tool, it was the sponges that I had to vacuum, not the pan, which is, yeah. All right. Okay, not just you, it haunts, okay. It haunts me, yeah. About, oh yeah, about paintings, yes. Yeah. All right. Okay, now this is, you may have seen this in the past. This is from EcoTools, but it's a very dense sponge, and the reason why I like it is because I suppose I could go with these ones as well, but it's got a really nice round shape. If we're talking sharp edges, you know, you could use these, I suppose, which is very close. Yeah, but the fact that I like the handle is probably a good thing for me. So, Rick, oh hello Rick, haven't seen you in a very long time. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Okay, I just want to see, can you see that? Yes. Okay, some of the colors that I'll be using. Okay, here's the next one. And paper towel. Just got to be careful that I don't create mud here, so because blue and brown make like a grey, so I know that, so I'm going to be very careful. And the reason why I'm using this is because I want certain strokes to show like this. I just want, yeah, there's a reason why I'm doing this. Yeah. Just got to be careful there. Yeah. The sponge, that sponge seems to be working great. Yes. Okay. Oh, have I done, what's this? I blow the dust off Chrissy's painting while she's working. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I know. You just want to do it, don't you? Like, I understand. It drives me nuts too. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just see how we go. Yeah, so yes, so when we're talking, okay, this, after this week, I'm going to put a notification up, sorry, I'm talking about now the, our self-portrait, okay, and I've left the, sorry, sorry, one, sorry, I'm thinking 3 things and only one thing is coming out. With our self-portrait on our Facebook group, we've nominated some titles, and I've left it open until today, and I will close it and see how what the vote is. And of course, like we said, the more votes we get on a particular one, that's what we're going to be calling it. So that's one thing out of the way that I wanted to talk about. And 2, I'm going to put a notification on how about our self-portraits, and there's not going to be much rules at all. In fact, all it is, it's just doing a self-portrait in any medium, and it will be interesting to see your interpretation of yourself and how you like to paint yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to, I mean, it's generally a feeling, if anything, a feeling. So yeah, just get ready for that. G'day. Is that yeah, Ricky? Yeah. There it is. There. It's, yeah. You'll find it. Okay. Never seen the Eco Sponge tool or Walmart. Oh, you haven't seen them? They're on Amazon. She should. Okay. She should. It takes a mighty big breath to. Okay. I missed this one. Janice says, Chrissy, get started. It's because I have screamed in her ear, there's a jumping spider in my room and it may jump out of in a second. What? Oh, that's right. Can I add, can I add? Halt? What is it? To myself? I don't understand. Ricky, please explain. I'm not getting something. No, I don't want that one. I want something darker. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yes, so that's what I'm going to do. So are any of you considering doing a self-portrait? It'd be interesting to see who would participate. I think our friend Abigail's already started playing around with doing a self-portrait. She did one, and I'm thinking to myself, oh wow, this is so cool. And it could be in any medium too, so. Okay, now I'm on this side. Okay. There we go. You were able to sleep with that monster in your house. Oh yeah, poor Janice. I'm used to things like that. It doesn't really bother me. Spiders, I mean, well, it does bother me, but I don't. I mean, I'm used. Hang on, I'm used to it. That's probably the word that I should be saying. I'm used to it. Rebecca says, I might try a self-portrait. The background is awesome. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yes, well, I did say unusual. It's always unusual. This is a really nice sponge to make some nice sharp edges too. Yes. I've got to be careful not to make, hang on, let me just, I just want to make sure that so I'm not off screen here. Yes. So, and then, so that's why I called it Me, Myself and I, because there are 3. And you know what's, and I also thought of, what's really interesting about the 3 too is, and I know we've talked about it as well, like, how do I say it? You know, when we're talking about ourselves, it's, I think there are 3 things. It's one of them is what people think we are, or you know, we are. Another thing to think about is what we think we are, and the other one is what we really are inside. So there were the 3 things. Now I don't know if that makes sense how I said it, but yes, yeah. So, which I think is interesting. So that's why the 3 here I think is also a very is appropriate to, because sometimes I think, oh yeah, I know what I'm like, but then someone says something and I go, no, that's not what I'm like, and then maybe it's what they think I am. You know, it's like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So Nanette says, Chrissy, is your hair going to be on fire? No. No, the question is. And Rebecca says, I used that angle sponge for my ocean scenes and it worked well. Cool stuff. Nolani, hello, how you going? Welcome. Okay, I might start to rip this up, and then we can start on the portrait, which will be really good. Can't wait for that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. You know, you think that I would avoid hands, but it seems like all the portraits that intrigue me are ones with hands. So, yeah. Now this background is, I'll probably touch it up every now and again. It's not going to be like that. Just got to be careful with the orange and the blue there. Otherwise it will turn a khaki color, and I don't want that. All right, here we go. And of course I used a very sharp blade. I love doing that bit. Like, that's one of my favorite bits. And of course, yeah. Okay, here we go. This part is her arm. Okay, how is the glassine attached to the Pastelmat? Very good question, because it is not glassine, it is masking film. And masking, this is glassine paper, and you can even hear it. It's got like a crunching sound, and I use that so I don't have to, interfere with the work that I've already done. But masking film is, as it suggests, I'm masking areas that I want to protect. In this case, this one here. So I wanted to protect these areas when I was working. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Janice. Yes, Nanette says it's it's masking film. That's right. There you go. How many of you use masking film? I'm interested because not everyone uses it. Not everyone uses it. I like, yeah, the background, yeah. Yeah, I like it too. Now this is where I do get to use the glassine paper, and you know, I'll protect my my work. So yeah, the surface. Sorry. Okay. Now I just want to. Sorry, I'm just looking at my. All right. I used to, not so much now. Okay. You need, okay, Rebecca, you need to get masking film. Yeah, it's not always, yeah, you don't always have to use it, but I find that it helps. It helps. Okay. Blue eyes. Shall we go blue eyes? Let's go blue eyes. Almost dark. Yeah. Hi Helen, how you going? How you going? And Lindy says, okay, I use contact paper. There you go, rather than paper masking film, and it works fine for me. Well, there you go. Less expensive, yes. Yes, well, there you go. There are so many things that you can use. Anything that will help you, you know, get to where you need to be. And Rick says, I do all the time, not the liquid, but the yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, on Pastelmat, I would be using the masking film, not the yeah, definite. Yeah, interesting. No, I'm interesting. Yeah. Oh well, she looks weird like that, but anyway. Yes. Okay, I'm a lefty, so making time. Making time is a must for me. Just popping in to say, masking. Sorry, masking time is a must for me. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Just popping in to say hello. Okay, got home from work. It was shift from. Okay, all right. Nice of you to pop in and say hello, Helen. Okay, Linda says, it is a special type of masking film, say from an art store. What is the contact paper? Linda, you can explain that one, but maybe better than what I do. But the contact paper, you know, like paper that you would put maybe covering books or covering kitchen surfaces or that kind of thing. I think that's the contact paper that you're talking about, Lindy, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 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 This paper is a dark grey. Normally I use like the darker colours, but it's a nice neutral colour. I think for what I'm doing is okay. And this brush is like so tiny. I mean, I could be using the pastel pencils, but anyway. Okay, I love the results of masking. Yes, what it gives, exactly. Yeah, so do I. I could work easily over that. Yeah. Wow, look at that. So that's the raw umber extra dark. You can't half tell that I use that a lot. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Lindy says contact paper is great on Pastelmat. It releases very easy. It releases very easily because of the texture of the Pastelmat. There you go. I don't know that it would be suitable for any other papers though. Yes, I just buy the contact paper that you use for covering books. There you go, in shelves. It comes in rolls, and I buy the clear one. There you go. See, yeah. So that was a very good explanation. I like that. Yeah. Just having a look at my reference, that's all. Just bear with me for a moment. Yeah. And she's going to have all different kinds of colours in her, on her face. Well, it's going to be a little bit different anyway. There are going to be some skin tones, but not much. I think I like yeah. Yes. Yes, it is one scary eye, but as you know, it will change. But I just need to do her eye. Rick says the problem you get with the masking film is when you peel it off, you get a high surface of pastel versus the under contact paper area. It creates a problem of blending a soft transition. Oh, really? Do you have that problem? Oh, that's interesting. Do you mean like the contact paper, or no? You mean the masking film? Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if it's high tack though, Rick, because the one that I use is low tack. That would make sense. Yeah. Most definite. Yes, okay. Now I'm going to try this paper out, see what happens with this paper when I start mixing some skin tones. Yeah. Oh, okay. Low tack. Well, there you go. All right. Interesting. That's interesting. You have the same problem, Nanette. Okay, you get a line. You get a line that can be too hard. Like, you mean this line here. You want to transition. Okay, I gotcha. Right, okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. Now I know what you mean now. Abigail, hello, hello. I hope you're all doing. Yes, hello. Rebecca says, Chrissy, I just got a big art supply delivery and now I have a new list already. Okay, what did you get? Care to share your supply list with us? Okay, Cherry says, I had a problem when I first used it, but I think it was cutting it out. Too much pressure on knife. Okay, all right. Okay. Abigail, we were just talking before about the self-portraits and how you've started doing one, and I'm thinking, wow, that's so cool. Because I mentioned you before. Your ears must have been burning, I'm sure they were. Yes. Yeah. Geez, art supplies. I don't think I've bought art supplies. The only thing I've done, I've been just topping up. I've been buying handheld sharpeners. I don't know, sharpeners. Sharpening pastels, the bane of my existence. Trying to figure out the best. Just when I think I've got the best sharpener in the world, it stuffs up on me. But it's all about the blades, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'll be celebrating my birthday next week, so I visited the art store today. Oh, Abigail, do tell. What did you buy? Hang on, let me guess. Let me see. More gouache, maybe? More gouache. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, I've got a birthday coming up in about, let me see, what is it? Oh, no, I've still got a while to go. 2 or 3 months. Yeah. So what shows have any of you been watching some interesting shows lately? Care to share? Okay. Vicky says use box cutters for sharpening. Chrissy. Box cutters. What are box cutters? Oh, the craft knives? Is that what you mean? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I know what you mean. The box, when you cut a box. Okay, gotcha. Blades. Yes. Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Well, that's something. Oh, gosh. Abigail says 3 hot press water sketchbooks. Some eco brushes and Osgull for watercolor. Okay. Oxgull. No. Okay. Making watercolor flow. Okay, gotcha. All right. Wow. And Rebecca says, I've got 22 22 PanPastels. Oh, you bought a set. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Those orange tradie blades. Yeah, I know what you mean now, Vicky. That's it. Okay, watercolor brushes as well. Okay, Nolani says, Chrissy, have you seen the Nevers? It's a fantasy show. The Nevers. It's on Netflix. I think I've seen it advertised. Because I'm due to watch a new show. So that's why I'm asking. No, I haven't seen the Nevers. Hang on. I think I've seen one or two. Is that where they've got is that set in the period in the early 1900s? And there are people that have got special powers. Some are tall, like there's this tall girl. I think I've seen one or two episodes. Yes, yes. Now I know which one you mean. Yes, that would. Yeah, I've only seen a couple of episodes, so yeah. Of course, I love all of those fantasy. I love the Nevers. There you go. Vicky's been seeing that. Yeah, I've been watching The Handmaid's Tale. I haven't seen that one. Oh. Okay, here we go. Isn't it interesting if you that the shows are almost just as exciting to watch as going to see a movie? Do you know what I mean? I find that with the shows, the creators or the people producing those shows are able to expand on characters and where characters evolve. And I find that, well, I mean, they're basing things on books, mostly the ones that I've seen anyway. So of course then there is characters that are evolving in a book. So yeah. Hang on, I just want to put a little highlight on her because it'll go, but I just can't look at her that way just yet. She needs. Lindy says, okay. Lindy says, yeah, I love the Nevers too. Can't wait to next episode. Okay. Yes, that is, says Nolani. Have I missed? Okay. Yeah. I have recently discovered Fringe, and have been binge watching it. I like it. Oh, it's like the X-Files. Okay. A bit like that. Okay, cool. And Elaine says, Chrissy, the Ministry of Time is good on Netflix. If you don't mind subtitles, it is in Spanish. Okay. The Marvel series, Loki. Okay, says Rick. Peggy says, The Handmaid's Tale is very good. I'm watching a new series, current day, from Stephen King's. Oh yeah, The Stand. Same storyline as the original. Ooh. And Stephen King's he's dark, isn't he? His novels are quite dark. Well, actually, he's got a very good a grip on dark and the dark and the light, which I found. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So her eye is there. So now I can work a little bit easier with her eye like that. I know it's a bit weird. Okay. Fringe is awesome, says Elaine. There you go. In caps too. So, okay. Watching that. Okay. All right. Fringe. I mean, and of course it's, yeah, so it's interesting how the shows and, like, you know, prominent actors like very famous actors are in these shows. So I love them. And I'm always flicking around. We've got lots of things here. I mean, I watch things on Prime. I watch things on Netflix. We've also got our cable TV as well. What we call here it's called Foxtel, but I've also got that. So, you know, there's a few, and I even watch some shows from YouTube as well. But I pay for those. It all depends how much I want to watch them. So, yeah. Yes, I've read some. What? Yeah. Has anyone read any? Has anyone read any David Eddings books? What kind of an author is David Edding? Well, I haven't. There you go. So I haven't, but it'd be interesting. What kind of an author is he? Fantasy writer. Okay, well then, right up my alley. Then I should be going into that then and having a look. Of course, I will listen to them because what happens to me when I start reading, like it's usually at the end of the day, every time I go to start to read a novel, I fall asleep before I even get to the end of the page. So I end up having to listen during when I drive to work, or if I'm arting, I'll listen to books. So yes, I'll have a look at that. Fantasy, yes. I think I like fantasy. I mean, when we're talking about fiction, reading a book or listening to a book just takes you into another world for that time that you've immersed yourself into that book. So yes, yeah. Do any of you listen to books at all? Okay. And I can go back and listen to that book again and again and again, like I do with my shows. Particularly when I really love a show, I can actually and watch it like it was for the very first time, which is like, it's so weird to do that. But that is what I like. Okay, so has anyone got any questions about any artwork or anything like that? It's more of a hangout here, isn't it? I love hanging out with you guys. Sergio says, I usually listen to the books that I have already read, but I crave to go through again, almost like having a movie playing in the background. Yes, it's like that. The audio books, well, some of the ones that I like it when they dramatize it, like in the voice. When I say dramatize, I mean it's not just straight reading, monotoned or anything like that. I like it when the narrator, has a distinct voice for a particular character, and so it makes it very, very interesting to listen to that way. Yeah. All right. Let's go more into her skin. Where is it? I'm just looking for. Elaine says, Chrissy, Stephen Lawhead has a great book series. Oh, first book is the Skin Map, about ley line travels, crossing dimensions in time. Oh, that's my kind of book. Excellent. Book 5, part 2. Oh, wow. Yes, well, there you go. I like all that stuff. Time travel. All of that genre is fantastic. Interesting. Stephen Lawhead. Or science fiction more. Okay, I like science fiction too. My gosh, when I was a little girl, I used to enjoy watching Star Trek. Now, when I say little girl, I mean like Star Trek, the original series. Okay, so we're going back a bit here. And I used to enjoy watching Lost in Space, the original one, you know. So where Dr. Zachary Smith was ever so painful. I used to get so annoyed with him all the time. Yes. Okay, if I start reading a book, I can't stop until it's finished. And if I liked it, I'll read it again. Well, there you go. Wow. Are you a fast reader? You'd have to be, wouldn't you? Yes, but you know, that's the beauty part, isn't it? That especially when you're engrossed in a in a book. Oh God, where are you? Okay. Okay. And Rebecca says, I couldn't get enough of him years ago. I read every book I could find of his, and I was mad when all the series ended. It's time for rereads now. Yes. Cherry says, used to watch Star Trek with my eldest son. There you go. No one else would watch it. We loved it. Yes. Yes. You know, like when we're talking James T. Kirk, William Shatner, and oh my God, I used to think he was so handsome. Oh, when I was a little girl, I think, oh wow, he's so cool. Okay, Sergio says, my absolute favourite fantasy series is Miss Peregrine. I think, think of a more macabre and Edgar Allan Poe-ish version of Harry Potter. Okay, but as deliciously executed with the rich love and a lot of adventure. Oh, I like all that description. It's very luscious. I love it. Well, there you go. All these suggestions. Rebecca says, Chrissy, I loved Lost in Space. Very special. I always imagined I was on those planets. Yes. Oh, yeah. You know. And everyone sort of says, you know, beam me up, Scotty. But I don't think that line was ever said by James T. Kirk. I read somewhere, but I don't know why. Sometimes when I want to get out of a situation, I always say, beam me up, Scotty. But I don't think he said it. Okay, it depends which language I read. Well, there you go. Oh, that's right. You're multilingual. It's so lucky to know all those languages. Lifetime Trekker here from the original series. There you go. Yes. Okay, Robert A. Heinlein, his juvenile books for teens, started reading at 11. There you go. Angie says, I have young Captain Kirk hanging in my art room. There you go. Chandri, hello there, my dear. Nice to see you here. Okay. Okay, I don't have enough time in the day. I've been doing so much art. I need to get a subscription to audiobooks. Oh, yeah, well, that's it. This is what happens. I've got a subscription. And, yes. I mean, I even listen to them in the car. Because then I want to know what's going to happen next. Oh, dear. Yeah. There you go. Yes. Yeah, I used to watch, Lost in Space. Oh my gosh. I loved that. I was always frustrated. Yeah, okay. He's dead. Dr. McCoy. Oh, okay. Peggy says audiobooks can be found on YouTube also. Yes, for free. Yes, I have seen them as well. Yes, and you've got to look for them. But yes, there are some ones for free. Absolutely. I was going to say something and it just flew out of my head. That's all right. It will come back into my head. It was about a show. I'm pretty sure it was a show. Oh yes, that's right. But the only thing that used to, the only thing I used to always get frustrated with was in Lost in Space. They were, they were on this planet. They just could not get off. A bit like Gilligan's Island, for those who are old enough to know Gilligan's Island, that they could never get off this island. And it's like that. So, yeah. It's like that. And I used to wonder, how can they get off? How can they go back home? How will they get, and they almost made it in certain areas where they were able to get off, but then, Zachary Smith did something stupid, and then, they were back to where they started, trying to get off, trying to go back home. But yeah. Leonard Nimoy is in Fringe too. Are you kidding me? Oh wow, that's Dr. Spock. Nolani says, I've listened to a lot of Agatha Christie books on YouTube. Love a good mystery. Yeah. It's really good, isn't it, when you're listening to it and then you're going, oh no, like I start to talk out aloud when I'm listening to them. Okay, just search the title and author and you might get lucky. Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's so much on YouTube, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this is a very good tip, Janice. Using this I like this idea, the tinted paper for a palette. Wow, I actually like that better than the white now. So much better. Good tip. Oh, there you go. Rebecca's found David Eddings is on YouTube. Oh, there you go. I'm going to have to, as in the audio, you mean? Yeah. Oh, here's another suggestion. Philip K. Dick is his book. Android Dream of Electric Sheep was made in the movie Blade Runner. Ooh. Janice says, Chrissy, I came up with that because of painting with acrylics. There you go. Yes. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it, using that? Oh, I just can't believe why I didn't use that before. Yeah, it's logical, yes. I think before it just started, you needed like something else to mix with, but then I like the skin tones. On the tint here, on this particular tint, I'm liking that. Easy to read. Like when I say read, easy to, read the colours. And particularly when I'm putting it on a neutral colour like this, yes, even better. Now this is paper, it's not board. And I'm actually liking this colour too. Great for skin tones. Great for skin tones. Okay, my dears, I will be going now. Thank you for another stream. I hope to see you soon. Okay, Sergi, thank you so much for hanging around, my dear. Okay, Rebecca says, Chrissy, is there a way to save this chat so I can go through and look at all the suggestions? Yes, you know what it is? You can actually go back into the replay and turn on your chat when you're on the replay, and you can go through all the comments. But after the stream, you've got to wait for YouTube to process it, so it might take a few days, and then you can go in at any time and just view the chat, but not just straight away, because because after the stream, YouTube need to process it. So that's just something I have no control over, unfortunately. But yeah, you can go into the chat. Definitely. All right. So, okay. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, just wait for it to process, and it will. Okay, this is where I start to get a little bit adventurous and use different colours on her face. Yeah. That is why you should be careful. Okay. Okay, if you want to look at it after it's done tonight, just leave the screen open and you'll be able, oh yeah, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's another way to do it. There we go. See, that's why, look at the soft tool sponges. Maybe I'm a little bit hard on these, but I think I'm pressing a little bit hard. Yes. Yes, there we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm not as fast on the phone as I am with the computer. Very frustrating. Yeah, okay. Not pig, but diac. Oh, okay. Maybe. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, Pip. Okay, yeah. Cherry says, Chrissy, if you're going to finish this offline, will you put it on Facebook so we can see? Absolutely. I'll even put it on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube so you can see. You can see it all. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Most definite. Oh, hi Carol. Hi Carol. Nice to see you here. I haven't used soft tools in ages. Yes, that happened. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to quickly put down some layers so I can work with the brushes even on top. But yeah. Okay, you didn't need to do that. I would have blown the dust off for you. I know, Nanette. I know. It bothers me too. I can't handle it. All that. And that was from the soft tool sponges. That's why I get a bit funny with them sometimes, because I mean, but look at this. I managed to get quite a bit done here, believe it or not. Yeah. All right. So here we go. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. Yes, definitely I will post this on FB, Facebook. Definite. Plus I've actually got to be careful with these two colours because they're going to, I'm going to create mud if I'm not careful. So I've got to be very careful. But of course the other face will be, it'll be morphing into that as well. Sally, hello, nice to see you here. Very nice to see you. I haven't seen you here for a while. Hope all is well with you, my dear. Cherry says, I tried using soft tools this week and put them away. put them away and got out brushes. Yeah, I mean, I'll always be doing brushes because I just like the way I paint with them. I like the effects that I get with them. But I believe that everything has its place. Definite. Okay, sorry I missed this. Sorry, missed the start, says Carol. Is there a reference pic? Well, there is a reference that I'm using, but it wouldn't make sense to you. It's in chunks, and it's something that, it's an idea that I've got in my head, and I've just put some images together, and it's not going to look anything like this at all. So yeah. It's very much okay. Okay. The one thing I've always got to be careful of is make sure that I don't give her a moustache. Underneath, I always manage to give my ladies a moustache, and I always have to you know, go back and fix that. It's something that Rebecca says, I trimmed my first brushes. Yes, the night before last, I thought about Chrissy being so proud. Yes, of course. How did you go? Are they working for you? Yeah. Yes. Okay, congratulations. The first one is the worst. Yeah, that's right. But then you'll get good at trimming brushes, and you'll be an old hat at it. Definite. Yep. Yeah, you'll get good at it. Promise. Because then you'll you know what you want it to look like. You know, that's the... Okay, so I mean, this is going to be in pan pastel, but I would like to do this in oils. So depending on how this turns out. All right. And Rebecca says, oh, Chrissy, I have one that is very small for detail and is perfect. Wonderful. Trimmed or butchered, says Abigail. Yeah, that's right. If it's like me, it's butchered. Well, I can trim as well. Depends on how mine turn out usually. Oh, okay. Okay, I butcher mine, says Sally. But they work. That's what I mean. Like whatever. Tried trimming my first brush on the group project and hacked it up. Well, but you know, you've got to practice. Okay, so that's why I said get cheapy ones, so you can practice. Like, you know, so the brushes are only, you know, a few bucks. Don't get expensive ones because you're going to trim them. But yes, no, we did some really good things on Patreon. Yes, we were trying out different tricks there, didn't we? That's what no. Oh, sorry, the group project, not the Patreon project. Ah, yes, there you go. Sorry, my mistake, my bad. No, I didn't read that correctly. Oh, which on Patreon actually we do. Don't ask me to do your hair. That's so funny. All right, okay. All right, so I've got quite a bit of that pastel down there. Let's go in with one that I've trimmed. There you go. Trimmed, not hacked or butchered. This one is trimmed very delicately. It was cheap makeup from the dollar store. There you go. So that's all you need, really. Something that's not going to break the bank, and that if you stuff it up, you know, you're not so, you don't feel so bad. And you will find that you will end up going to that brush when you want to do a particular type of a technique. You'll find that you'll end up going to, you know, you'll end up using that brush. Like, for example, see, I can't get rid of this brush. Remember that one? That one like was about a year, I don't know, it could be 2 years ago now, and I've still got it. It's right next to me for when I want a particular, when I want to do a particular technique. So okay, Lisa, hello, welcome, nice to see you here. Okay, okay, Rebecca says, I used my hair cutting scissors. There you go. Oh gosh. Nanette, it's good to know you know one's limitations. That's right. Sally, because of lockdown, I've become a barber now. Well, there you go. Oh dear. We've become lots of things since lockdown, haven't we? Yeah. I'm finding that I'm quite free, much freer with this style, or not that it's ever hindered me, I suppose. These kind of colours, this kind of abstractness. This is almost, I wouldn't call this a study, but it's like a bit of a rehearsal for me for doing my self-portrait. In fact, but I'm going to see if I can time myself. I'm going to give myself X amount of time. Yeah. There you go. That's happening very nicely, coming along nicely. There we go. Okay, my mum did that to me the night before school pictures one year, and I had red eyes. What was that? I missed something. How's the hamster? No, I missed it. I missed something. Rebecca, I missed something. Actually, I like the way she's turning out. I like the different colours in her face. That's what I like. Something different, I suppose. Okay, oh, your mum butchered your hair, Rebecca. Gotcha. Now I gotcha. Chandri says, Chrissy, I had to put my hamster to sleep at the vet some weeks ago, and now I have a new one. Yes, I remember that one. Okay, all right. I hope, well, I'm sad that you had to put your hamster to sleep, but it's nice to know that you've got a new one now, which is lovely. Okay. She's coming along. Okay. All right. All right, now I need something darker underneath her chin. And I'm going to mix, I think. There we go. So you're going back to the comment where you were all talking about the masking film and getting that edge. I think that's what you were talking here, where yeah, I understand what you mean, but I managed to overcome that a little bit. But anyway, I think that's what you meant, isn't it? Here. And you're not going to believe it, I can't wait to do the hands. I never thought that I would say such a thing. But here I am. Here I am saying that. Okay. There we go. I actually like this colour, Pastelmat. I like it a lot, actually. Interesting. I think it's another colour that I'll probably start recommending more so. The more I use it, I find it's nice for skin tones. Let's have a look at this now. Okay, then it says, did you do a hand in the group project? The answer is yes, I did the other hand. I did the other hand and we both did all right, actually. Okay, so, all right. I'm actually liking how this is turning out. You know what? You guys are going to have to give me 10 points today for at least getting quite a bit done. You know, I've managed to chat with you and paint with you. Chrissy, I think you have the hands down by now. I think so too, Peggy. Okay. Yes. All right. So look, I mean, there's going to be a hand up here. There's a hand here, and it's all going to be morphed. But okay, this is the outcome that I want with this. I want this area to be detailed. I want just the hand to be detailed, and this hand to be detailed. The eyes and the nose and the mouth here detailed, but everything blended and not as pronounced. And again, the same in this area. So these, that, and that, I want those to be as clear as possible that I can get it, the hand and that. And then the rest with the arm and all of that, it'll all be all meshed. So this is what I've got in my mind to do. You brave soul, I know. Cherry says, Chrissy, I think that looks, thank you so much. Everyone, give the stream a like. You are so sweet, Peggy. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. All right. So she's coming along very nicely. I actually like that. Let me see. I might, okay. So, for Rebecca, I would leave the stream there open for you to go back and write down all of the authors that we all talked about. I'll probably go into it once it's all been processed and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue with this. I've got lots of projects on the go, but yep, I'm going to continue with this, see how it's going. And I'll see you all next week. I think we're going to call this, I'll finish up right now. But look, all thank you so much for being around. You've all been so sweet, and I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And watch out for the group painting. I am going to upload it sometime this weekend. Okay, so... Okay, cross fingers, and I'm just excited about it. But anyway, I just, it takes such a long time to say goodbye. Bye for now, everyone. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye.